Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 13th Adhyaya, Kshetradnya Vibhag Yoga, and Sri Krishna has so beautifully, so elaborately, with compassion, he has taught us about this, the Kshetra, the Kshetradnya, the Prakriti, the Purusha, and how Purusha wants to experience through the gunas of the Prakriti. And for that the Jivatman comes into effect, residing, dwelling inside this prison as if just to experience what is this all around me. Am I going to get pleasure? Am I going to get pain? Am I going to get joy, sorrow, happiness, unhappiness? The experiencer. And Sri Krishna told that one who understands this, that one who knows this role that the Jivatman is playing, or the role the Maheshwara, the Paramatman is playing through this Jivatman getting entrapped in the body, experiencing all this happening around. Once a person, once a devotee, once an aspirant, he gains this knowledge of whatever I have told, he becomes free from the cycle of birth and death. That's what the assurance that Sri Krishna has given. And Sri Krishna says that fellow might have lived any kind of life. Whatever he might have done in his life, all his karmas, they get burnt away. And he gets out of that cycle of birth and death. Ya evam vetti purusham prakritim cha gunaihi saha. One who knows this entire happening of this entire thing of Purusha Prakriti along with the gunas of the Prakriti, one who understands this, one who imbibes that knowledge thoroughly, Sarvatha Vartamanopi, howsoever he might have lived a pious life, holy life, wretched life, getting into so many sinful activities, evil activities, but the moment that aspirant, that person, that jiva, he gains this knowledge, nasa bhuyaha abhijayate, that fellow doesn't have to come back again. That is the liberation, that is the nirvana, that is the mukti, that is the moksha for him from this cycle of birth and death. And like the example that we have seen, Sri Ramakrishna gave that example of the burnt, broken clay pots. The burnt, broken clay pots are of no use. Neither we can use them as a pot to cook something or put to use for some other things. That is gone. The well-burnt, broken pot is like well-burnt karmas of that person. That soil may be from the good field or from the bad, drain. I mean, where all the kachara is put. That soil may be from any place. But once that pot which is put in the clean is well burnt and broken, it is of no use. Then it can't go back into that cycle. Likewise, Sri Krishna told us, he has told us what is the purpose, what is the why he has given us this entire knowledge, why he has explained all these things in details for us. Because for us to further contemplate on it, to further act upon this wisdom shared with us by Sri Krishna and get out of this botheration of looking for another body. Okay, today I am in the form of Sattvic. Tomorrow after this body goes, I have to look for someone else. Then I have to look for someone else. Then I don't know again that whether I will be born as a human being and get this rarest of the rare opportunities, like it is said in our shastras that it is one of the rarest of the rare thing to get the human body. Manushatvam, Mamukshatvam, that Shloka is there. It is rarest of the rare thing to get these three things. A human body and an urge and an inclination to get liberation and finally get liberated. So, we don't know what is the next, which form we are going to be, where we are going to be used by that potter in making a big pot containing water, or the small pots which are going to be put on the tandoor to make curries and gravies and the fire at the bottom and hot curry inside. What is going to be our happening? We don't know. So Sri Krishna says, better try to contemplate on this. Try to understand what I have told you about the Purusha Prakriti and the Gunas that come along with the Prakriti, and you will get out of this. No more coming back, no more botherations, no more worries, no more experiencing even. Just be in the path as one with the Paramatman. Be one with the Lord, be one with the Maheshwara. Now, does Sri Krishna stop just by telling you should gain this knowledge? No. He is the Jagat Guru. He is the Supreme Guru. He is also going to show us the way by which we can have this knowledge. Now, the 23rd shloka that we read, he told us about how to get away from this cycle of birth and death. 24th shloka, let us see. He is going to tell us, he is also going to tell us the way to get out, the way to gain knowledge. Which are the ways? That he is going to tell us in this 24th and 25th shloka that we are going to read next. So today let us read just the 24th shloka. dhyānenātmani paśyanti kecidātmānamātmanā anye sānkhyena yogena karmayogena cāpare. There are different ways on which we can understand this reality, we can understand this, the entire the concept that Sri Krishna has taught us about the Purusha, Prakriti, Guna, and how we get involved in it, how this Jivatman gets involved in it, and how again he has to come back depending on the good or bad that the body does. Depending upon the good or bad that the body does, that Jivatman again has to look for a good or bad womb and again continue the journey. But now Sri Krishna is providing us with the answer of how we can gain that knowledge. Sri Krishna has done his duty of teaching us about Prakriti and Purusha and the Gunas. As students, as aspirants, it is now our duty. Now, which way we can attain that knowledge? That also Sri Krishna is telling us. dhyānenātmani paśyanti kecidātmānamātmanā. Dhyanena, by meditation. Dhyanena atmani paśyanti. By meditation, some will behold the self. Behold the little self, the Jivatman. Some the real self. Now here, Atmani, Sri Krishna has referred to two kinds of Atmans. One is like our English word self, S with small s and S with capital S. Self with capital S, self with small s. Likewise, Sri Krishna has talked about two types of Atmans. Dhyanena atmani paśyanti. They will behold the ultimate self with capital S. kecidātmānamātmanā. And beholding the upper self. Beholding the upper self in the small self, by the self. By this Kshetra, by this self of the body. Beholding the Paramatman, the self with capital S. Meditating upon it. Using what? How can we meditate? Using this small self by the self. kecidātmānamātmanā. So it is complicated process, but it is a simple at the same time. Meditating upon it. Then anye, others. Others may do it sānkhyena yogena. Others may do it by performing, by adopting to the path of Jnana Yoga or Sankhya. How this creation comes into effect? They may contemplate it contemplate upon it by using the process of Sankhya. Questioning how this has come into effect, how this has formed, why this has come. Thinking about it. One is meditating upon it. One is adopting the path of Sankhya, adopting the path of Jnana Yoga. And still some other, Sri Krishna says, karmayogena cāpare. And others, they will follow the path of karma. Now these three yogas Sri Krishna has told us as the paths towards liberation. The yoga of meditation, meditative contemplation, the Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga, completely meditate, get immersed in that thought, don't think anything else, just concentrate on the Paramatman. How the Raja Yoga teaches us the meditation. The Patanjali Yoga Sutras in that, how they teach us how to walk on this path of Raja Yoga. That is one path, Sri Krishna says. You can attain to liberation. You can attain this knowledge by following the path of Raja Yoga. Dhyānenātmani paśyanti kecidātmānamātmanā. By meditating upon the self, beholding the self by meditating by the self of the self. This little self, contemplating to be part of the big self, the Jivatman, contemplating to be part of the Paramatman and get into it. Some people will do it in the form of sānkhyena. They will keep on thinking about it. Why it is so? Why it is so? How come I have come into this form? Why? What am I doing here? They will try to analyze. You know, the all kind of the logical thinking and all that. The Sankhya Yoga. They will try to know that self through the process of logic, through the process of the philosophical thinking. Tarka Shastra and Tattva Jnana. They will use all kind of tools at their hand to gain this knowledge. Others, they may adopt the path of Karma Yoga. Let me do all, like Sri Krishna taught us. Sri Krishna has already taught us all the three. The Sankhya Yoga, the Karma Yoga, the Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, the meditative contemplation. All these things Sri Krishna has already told us earlier, and now he is just telling us once again, these are the paths by which you can attain that knowledge. Karma Yoga. Whatever work comes to you, do it as the work of the Lord. Why you are putting your head onto it? This is my work, this is my work, this is my work, and get the stress out of it. Rather, consider it to be, God has given me the opportunity to do this work. God thinks me to be fit to do this work, therefore this work has come to me. How can I reject it? How can I say, this is not good work? How can I say, I don't like this work? This is the opportunity given to me by the Lord. Let me do it. Let me do it with all sincerity, with all perfection, with all my heart into it. But at the same time, let me not think what lies ahead for me while doing that work. The moment that thought of what lies ahead of me, am I going to get a raise? Am I going to get promotion? Am I going to get accolades? Am I going to get claps for that work? Don't think about it. Just simply do it as you are an instrument in the hands of Lord. Has chosen you as the instrument. You, an instrument, is performing, and Lord is there. He knows how to play the strings of that puppet. He is doing it. He is the yantri. We are just the yantras. He's the puppeteer. We are puppets. So Sri Krishna says in this 24th shloka that these are the three ways. These are the three ways by which you can gain that ultimate knowledge. So let us look forward for knowing the fourth way that Sri Krishna is going to tell us in the 25th shloka. As of now, let us just focus our minds on the Dhyana Yoga, Raja Yoga, on the Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, and the Karma Yoga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami Ji.